Yeah, a very good morning. It's the start of the ClubCarp Christmas social. Me and a good friend arrived early yesterday to sort of set up, and already a very promising night, a very good start to the session. Already off the mark with £34 common in the middle of the night, and then this one first light this morning at £38. What an absolute chunk and start to an awesome session. The guys are just arriving, so I need to come meet them, and we're filming this session, getting to know some of the team. Hopefully we'll have a few more like this throughout. Right, let's get back. There we go, check that out. £38, Hunt's Corner, here at Linear Fisheries for the ClubCarp Christmas social. Right, let's get her back. I'm gonna say hello to the other guys, do a walk around the lake, and then we've got 48 hours fishing ahead of us. Right, hopefully a few more chunks like this. Right, off you go. What an unbelievable start to this session. A couple of 30s last night before we had even got started. So I've just had a good walk around the lake. We've got the guys in their swims and they're all just getting set up. I'm absolutely exhausted and I think it's time for some breakfast, a little bit of sleep, let the guys get set up and established and find their spots, and then we'll go around and introduce you to them. There's 9 fantastic anglers on this trip and I've no doubt we're going to produce some fantastic fish. Also, while we're here fishing at Hunt's Corner on the Linear Fisheries complex, we'll talk a little bit about the lake, stock quantities and how we're approaching it, how we're fishing. It's the weekend before Christmas, it's cold, but the weather is exceptional. We've got a really strong southwesterly wind and it's about 10 to 12 degrees. Overcast, and we couldn't ask for any better weather. Right, I'm gonna go get something to eat, get a little bit of rest, and then next you'll see from me is introducing you to some of the team members and going through how they're tackling Hunt's Corner at Linear Fisheries. Yes, mate, well done. A second out the drawing, Stephen. Was it second?
Third.
Third?
Third, yeah.
Third out the draw?
Yeah.
And what made you pick this end of the lake?
Well, the wind is belting down this way. It's going from my right to left, so I just thought the fish would follow the wind, and luckily it paid off.
Definitely paid off. How long have you had your rods out for then?
About an hour. Did a lot of messing about with the other bits first and got the bivvy up because it started to rain, but yeah, got the rod's been out about an hour.
Looks pretty good. And what was your rig that you put out to start with?
This one came in on a single, just a bright pop-up, one of the sticky baits range.
Just a pop-up?
Yep, just a single on a Ronnie rig.
I tell you what, it absolutely melted off as well.
Yeah, it was a nice run.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Great angling. Right, ready when you are. Well done, Steve. A great start. It's good to see someone off the mark so early. Came third out the draw and picked swim 10, and sensible choice. Going with the wind. It's a little bit warmer, this wind, especially for this time of year, and I think the fish are following it as well. Right, I'm going for a good walk around the lake to have a catch up with some of the other guys and see how they're getting on.
So I'm Richard. We're here at Linear Hunt's Corner, and I come out 5th in the draw, so not too bad. The swims I ideally wanted on the end of the wind, they'd already gone, so I spotted this swim on the walk round. There's a nice big dying reed bed over the back there, and it's definitely looks like it's got a few fish probably in and around it, so I've got a fish tight up against the back of that. There's also a fish showed in close when I first got here, so I dropped a rod in close, hopefully try and get a little opportunist bite. And I also got a spot out in front where I'm fishing up against some gravel just on the seam where it meets the silt. And this time of year the fish will be grubbing around for the bloodworm and that, so hopefully pick one up there in the night. So you ever seen this then, George? So what I do is I get a swivel, put a bit of floss through it, and then I put a small little pop-up on there. Keep 2 nice long tags of floss through there, put a little sewing needle on it, get a couple of maggots, thread them on. It's a really good tactic this time of year when things start slowing down and that, so it's a nice little trick to use. Get about 10 maggots on there. You can use more or less. I tend to use the red ones. Personal preference. I think carp seem to react a bit better to it. And once you thread them onto the needle, you slide them down onto the floss. Gently tease the floss back through the needle like that. Put the needle somewhere safe. Just pull the maggots down, and then it's just literally just a case of tying a couple of little overhand knots on it, and then trimming the ends off. You don't have to mess around with any bait stops or anything like that. It's just the floss and the maggots will hold it all in place. If you've got a little 12mm buoy, little 12mm pop up, the maggots sit on there like that, and you end up with a nice little bait. Pop it on your rig. I use a sort of my little variation of the German. Slide it on there. You can have them little boilies tied up already with nice long floss on them. Pop them on, and job done. That's the other thing to remember. What's important when you're using maggots is to make sure you put a bit of crumb in your PVA bags. Otherwise, when you hook them on, you get a maggot quite often will go onto the hook. You get like a aborted take or whatever and think, oh, I missed an opportunity, but quite often it's just there's something blocking the point of the hook.
I'm Charlie and we're at Linear Fishing Hunt's Corner, and it's my first time here. Quite new to it as well. My PB before this was 21.8 and now it's 27.5. I couldn't be happier. Rod had only been in the water about an hour as well, so hopefully more to come. This is the best handbag I've ever had. Don't need to go all the way in the water again. Don't need, yeah. Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
he's swimming into me line.
How'd you feel after that?
Oh, mad. Adrenaline rush was mad. So good though, like, it's good to get the first one out of the way, because now the rest of the weekend you feel a bit more...
Be nice and relaxed.
Yeah, definitely.
Good fishing, well done.
Thank you so much.
There we go, check that out. What an awesome end to a first day. Started off with a couple of 30s and now we're finishing off with this low 20. Charlie's already beaten our PB with 27.5 pound mirror. Stephen's also had one out. James down the far end unfortunately lost one, but the fish are definitely moving around and they're definitely on the feed. Hopefully tonight we'll get a few good fish. Right, it's getting dark, it's getting cold. I'm gonna get some dinner on and then get ready for tonight. Right, let's see what it brings. There you go, I'm just getting this fish back. I'm over my shoulder, just behind me. I can see Neal running for his rods. So like I said a minute ago, I think it's going to be a busy night. I hope so. Hopefully we'll get a few good ones throughout. There we go. Thank you very much. Off you go.
Nice Linear Fisheries Hunt's Corner mirror, £24.8. Caught on the maggot rig I showed you earlier. Caught it this morning. Yeah, great. So we've had this nice mirror, so time to put it back, I think. Go and get another one. Last glance at it before we put it back. Happy days. Yeah, ready to go.
Well, very good morning. It was a bit of a long night for me last night. We had a few fish, but it's absolutely hacking down with rain and wind. So early this morning, we wound in the rods and we decided to go for a bit of a walk. I had a catch up with some of the guys. Richard at the top there, as you've just seen, amazing looking 25 pound mirror, absolute corker of a fish. And then we're going to go through the PVA bag approach that I've taken on this trip to catch them stunning looking fish. And we'll go through the swim selection and we'll have a look at what other people have been catching as well. All right, so we'll see you in a bit. What a horrible morning it's been. It's been raining pretty much non-stop all morning. We got round to Richard, got some nice pictures of him and that immaculate mid-20 mirror that he caught. I went off to the supermarket, got a few extra supplies, and I've come back and the sun has come out and it's looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm just making up some PVA bags, pretty much what I've been fishing from the start of this session. It's just a small little German rig in a solid bag, just containing a mix of pellets and bloodworm pellet. Fishing, like always, my little bait works, pineapple, dumbbell, pop up. But I think what I'm going to start doing now this afternoon is just introducing a little bit more bait. It's clear that the fish are moving around, they're sort of coming out all around the lake, and I think they're starting to pick up a little bit more because we're starting to build this swim. So I'm going to start introducing a little bit of bait, keep the solid bags going on over the top, build that swim a little bit more, and hopefully get a few more nice fish on the bank. It's getting on a little bit now. Got them 3 solid bags out on the spots. It's getting cold and it's starting to get dark. It's only 3:30 and it's already starting to get dark. I hate this time of year when the days are so short, but I do love a bit of winter fishing. Anyway, I'm sure that we'll have a few fish throughout the night. If not, we'll see you in the morning with an update. There we are. This is fish number 9 for the trip. An absolute immaculate Hunt's Corner mirror carp, and it feels like, well, feels like a block of ice. It is absolutely freezing. Right, I'm going to slip this one straight back because not long after we got this one in the net, the other rod melted off, and we've got something a little bit more special waiting in the net in the water. So let's get him out and have a look. What a perler! Check that out. Another big mirror, 27.5 pound, absolute brutal mirror carp. The tail on that is absolutely massive. This guy started peeling line from the off, and I knew it was going to be a big fish just the way it was plodding, taking line. One of the guys come down, helped me net it. A few of the team are up here, we're having a couple of sociable, in fact unsociable beers, part of our ClubCarp winter social, and they were there to sort of stand there and celebrate the moment as well. So absolutely privileged to get this one. So last night, hopefully we'll have a few more, and some of the team will have a few more around the lake that we can show you in the morning. I'm going to get this guy back because my hands are absolutely freezing, but I couldn't have asked for a better winter session here at Linear Fisheries.
So here we are, nice filly for the final morning of our social distance of course. Our first fish from the Linear complex here on Hunt's Corner. Fishing to the far margin gravel bar on the solid bag. What a beauty, and it saved me from a blank. Let's slip her back and hopefully I can nick one more last minute bite. Just slipping this one back. I've heard James just down the bank from me has had one. So we're going to release this one nice and safely and go check out what he's had. Come on.
Last morning for me, absolutely tore off. Fish number 5, had 2 tench as well. An absolutely awesome weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed it with all the ClubCarp team. Happy days. A few hours left today. Still got 3 rods rocking on the spot. Hopefully get another one.
Well done, mate. What an end to an awesome 48-hour session here at Linear Fisheries for the ClubCarp Christmas Social. Unfortunately, we had to kind of finish a little bit early due to new lockdown measures coming in. But that being said, we've had a fantastic time. Over 25 fish out between us, up to, Neal, what was the biggest? 37. What? 38 pound. So an incredible session. I think all the guys caught, with the exception of 1 or 2, so everyone's going home with big smiles. Right, we'll see you in the new year. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.